Mama always called me the musical one. This is something I felt it kind of important to try to live up to, all right. My older sister, Mary Jo, was the artistic one, and she became a commercial artist and married John Nagy, a well-known commercial artist. And my older brother, Alan, he was the athletic one of the family. He also could write good parodies. I remember while he was in high school, he wrote a number of parodies. He got awfully tired of writing them out by hand. Everybody wanted copies. I remember that. This was long before Xerox or anything of that sort. And as the musical one of the family, I was allowed a lot of license to make messes in the kitchen. I used to fill up glasses with different amounts of water and make a sort of a glass xylophone, I guess you'd call it, or a vitriophone, correctly. And in fact, I used to line up the glasses all across the drain board in the kitchen so I could just walk along them and drag a knife handle across them and play The Bear Came Over the Mountain or something like that. And Mama never objected to this. She'd have to put away all the glasses afterwards, but she never objected. I think Mama did wish that I would buckle down and study the violin. Through her intercession, Judge got me a nice violin when I must have been 10 or 11 or so, but I never took to it very much. I didn't like to take lessons. And I never did learn to read music until I met Leslie. She taught me how to read music a little bit. I still don't read too terribly well, and I don't play the violin at all anymore. Mom gave me freedom to play the harmonica and the accordion and the penny whistle and things like that, and to make my own instruments out of glass bottles and jars and so forth. I also got the idea that it was all right to make up your own songs when you wanted to. And I remember trying to set most of the poems from Alice in Wonderland to music. Mom and Dad used to recite them with so much fun. That all stood me well later when I went on tour with the Major Bowes units. I related to the other people on the show who did these sorts of things. I remember a man named Marshall Rogers who had a set of glasses that he played by rubbing on them. It makes the same sort of sound that Benjamin Franklin's famous Glassicord made. That has now been revived, and you can now buy a Glassicord, I think, for a couple of $1,000s. What he had was concentric bowls turning in a water bath operated by a foot pedal, and with your fingers on the edges of the bowls you could play a beautiful celestial tone, and they were well tuned, apparently. I never got very good at that, but Marshall Rogers was really an expert at playing. He had a bunch of jars that didn't need water in them. They were all the correct pitch as it stood. In fact, that was I remember when we played near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They took him over to Steubenville, Ohio one day and made a big newspaper article out of his trying to find another B-flat. He only had one B-flat. So he went around with a spoon and knocking on glasses till he found a B-flat, and they gave it to him and took pictures. And we gave a program there. He played his set of glasses, and I didn't join him very often on the stage, but at that point he let me join him. We played the Missouri Waltz together with 4 hands on one set of glasses.